Please make your way over to the change for the drivers meeting. All teams, please make your way over for the drivers meeting. Okay, hello, hello, everybody. Liam, can we spin that one around just so people in the pits can see you? Okay, hello, and thank you guys for coming to our first time doing this tournament at the Discovery Cube. Before we get started, let's start out with some basic rules. Rule G1: don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk to your alliances. Don't be a jerk to your parents. Don't be a jerk to kids. It's later in the season. We're all just trying to have a good time. We're all trying to qualify to states, but just make sure that can happen. Do the best you can. Another rule, G2. We're going to be. This is the student state of shine. That means adults, no touching robots. Adults, no coding robots. Let's let the students have their day today, and we'll be all good. The only other thing I think is that when we are only teams, only people with wristbands are allowed in the pits. That should be all competitors, that should be volunteers, and that should be one coach per team. No other adult is going to be allowed in the pits. Please wear your wristband in a place that is visible because we're going to be checking the entrances and exit, which we're just going to have this one open, so it'll just be here to enter and exit the pits. We're going to close up this stanchion once we get started. So please make sure that your wristband is visible. Other thing for bathrooms, we're not going to be using the family bathroom right here. We're going to leave that to people that need the family bathroom. So for the bathrooms that we'll use, it's going to be just straight down here. And then to your left, you'll see a bed of nails exhibit. Once you see the bed of nails exhibit, that's where the restrooms are going to be. One more weird quirk for today. At the Discovery Cube today from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., it is sensory-friendly morning. So once we're done with the drivers meeting, we're going to shut the speakers off. Audio will still be pumped into the live stream. But once we hit 10 a.m., we're going to turn the speakers back on and we'll be all good. We're just going to be very mindful of our noise today. And with that, I think we're good for the drivers meeting. Here's our head referee, Tobias and Allen.
Hey everyone, my name's Tobias. This is Alan. We're going to be head referees for the event today. Just to get an idea here with a show of hands, which team here is this your first event of the season? We got one team over there. It's not your first event, buddy. Okay, so most of us here have had an event before. We know most of the rules here, so I'm just going to kind of go over the most important ones, how I'm going to be ruling them, just so we're on the same page here. So the two major things I want to cover is fighting over these long goals. We should know by now that if you have any part of your robot within the goal, you cannot be in there without the balls being moving. So the balls have to be moving while you're in here. You cannot be in here just to camp. You can't be in here to guard. We've done this many times before in other events. Just if you're in the goal, make sure you're moving balls. If the balls are not moving, you need to get out of the goal. And I'll make sure to tell you guys if I see you in there, you're not in the goal. We need to get out. So that's one thing. Another thing that's a little bit more of a recent development this year is how easy it is to automatically lose autonomous based on any minor violation. So the rules specify that any minor violation at all, no matter how minor, automatically awards autonomous to the alliance. And this is very easy to happen. Two major ways it happens are balls coming out of the field, especially when you're match loading. Right, if red here tries to use this match loader and a ball falls out of the field here, blue lines will just automatically get autonomous. Even if red didn't mean to, it's not their fault that the ball came out. They obviously didn't want it to, but blue just immediately gets autonomous bonus because of that. And the other way that's going to happen, and this is probably going to be even more common, is rules regarding balls crossing the autonomous line. So it's a very specific condition, but if any ball on the field, say I'm Red Alliance, any of these balls except for these four and those four over there. So those eight balls are exempt from this rule. But if any other ball crosses the autonomous line and touches an opponent robot while that opponent robot is moving. So that's another important thing. The opponent robot has to be moving, and it has to be one of these balls that crosses the line. If that happens, even if it didn't affect blue lines at all, they automatically win the autonomous bonus. And it's very easy for this to happen. When you're driving around autonomous, balls are just going to get scattered all over the field, and we're going to have to be very careful to watch, the progress of all the balls that cross the line. And so it's very likely that in maybe even 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 4 matches, the autonomous bonus will just be automatically awarded to the other lines, just as a result of how these rules work this year. Those are the main two rules that I want to specifically cover here. Of course, all the other rules still apply. Pinning, trapping, 3-second count. Whenever you set count, you back away. Parking zones are protected during the last 20 seconds. Don't touch your opponents while they're parking. Don't touch their parking zones. We won't have an issue with that. Other than that, that's basically all I want to cover as far as the rules go. I'm just going to hand it to Alan here to talk about some general things.
All right. Am I quiet enough? All right, I am. So when your match ends, there's exits. If you're on this field, your exit is over there. If you're starting right here, I want you to exit from right here, go through that way, and then exit through that way. We need this area clear right here. We need this clear for all our volunteers. So please exit through that way if you are on this field. If you are on this field, that's a big open space. That's an exit. Exit through that way, please. And then also on top of that, please be ready for your matches. If qual 1 is happening right now and you are qual 3, please be queued up already. Queue up as they're resetting the field. We're trying to get through these matches pretty quick. Volunteers want to discover the discovery cube. We want this event to go pretty quickly. So just please be ready to queue up.
And with that, I'm just going to open up to any questions you might have about the rules. Just an opportunity if you want to ask any questions. I don't see any hands raised. If you have any other questions to ask, please come to me at any time in the event. I'll go through the discussion with the rules. Let's have a great event today, guys. With that, I think. Okay.
And thank you guys. Schedule it is up on Nextpedia right now, or RoboScout, or whatever app you guys want to use. It is 8:53 a.m. Our schedule start is 9 a.m. So if you're in qualification 1, 2, 3, or 4, please make your way over to the field or to the queuing tables. So if you're in qualification 1, 2, 3, or 4, please make your way over to the fields or the queuing tables. Thank you guys. Let's have a good day. Let's start competing.
I was just going to announce we're going to start matches right now. Oh yeah, teams, we're going to start matches right now. So please get ready right now. We're going to start matches right now.
All right, it looks like we're about ready to get match one underway. Welcome to Discovery Cube. My name's Aiden. I'm the MC, but I don't have speakers, so I guess I'm just gonna have to project. Um, we also do have a sensory warning, so if you're in the audience, try not to speak too loud, so you can hear my amazing MCing. And also, we have some people with disabilities that are coming and checking out the Discovery Cube. So make sure we're keeping our noise down. Um, yeah, stream.
Hello?
No.
The speakers are on.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, stream. You're Aiden, your MP. You didn't pick up the mic when you should have been picking up the mic.
Okay, here we go. Right now we got a pretty even match. We had Red with a dominant Auton, but moving into this match, Red has control of two, they got three control zones. 393, nice little D score, but 2147Z with a solid D score there. Red absolutely dominating this map with all four control zones. 21S trying to make a play, trying to score some balls, get them in with their wing mechanism, but shut down by 799X. 393E able to get a couple blocks into the middle goal, but it is not enough. Final 20 seconds of the match. It looks like Red's running away with it. 2147Z, don't not quite sure what they're doing. Dropping down their intake mechanism. Final 4 seconds of the match, 393 with tons of blocks, but they're just getting defended by 47. And right there, dominant Red victory. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, 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 testing. Right now, teams should be moving into middle goal play. Red has control of both middle goals. Blue has control of one long goal. And with odds on being high, it's a very close match here. Red now takes control of long goal control zones as well as one middle goal. It might all go down the park, but right now, Red is absolutely dominating. 21, what is that? 21 trying to get their into the goal, blocked. 2-1-1-5P. Very strong defense from 2-1-1-5P. As I say that, 3-7-8 Blue Alliance able to take the long goal control zone. Right now, 3-4 wide. Move into the last 20 seconds of the match. Has it full of blocks. Not sure what that's about. As they on the red alliance. Final 10 teams are looking up 21C defending the 3-3-4 wide. We're going to see how. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Testing. La 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 la. Testing, 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 testing. All right, on in 3, 2, 1. It works? Okay. All right, we're catching up in the middle of this match. We're at a minute. Right now, 6-5-2-8 with some of the best driving I've seen all tournament. Very quick drivetrain. I think this is their first competition of the season, something like that. Typically a very strong team. Right now, they're match loading and absolutely dominating this match here. Even though Blue does have the odds-on bonus, they've been able to use that wing mechanism very effectively. Now they should probably be transitioning into middle goal play, as that is the only control zone they're not in possession of right now. Instead, looks like they're having some issues with their hood and their lineup. Right now, Blue, what they've got to do, they're going to try and take some control zones, but 652A has very strong defense, and it looks like they're going to be able to push that Blue robot, that's 20698A, off of the long goal. Final 10 seconds of the match. Blue's looking to park, Red's looking to park. Red gets a park off, and it looks like a victory for 652A.